Welcome to the podcast from HeadHunters Northwest. HeadHunters Northwest. Specialized recruiting, specialized approach, where we take you behind the scenes into our customers' businesses. For over 20 years, HeadHunters Northwest has served the global defense, small arms, and shooting sectors worldwide. Listen in as we discuss the inner workings of our USA and international customers. HeadHunters Northwest, finding you the best heads for business.
Welcome to HeadHunters Northwest podcast. I'm very honored to have Joshua on this call. Joshua Boomgaarden is the owner of Breek Arms. And I admit I am thrilled that they reached out to me so I could at least get familiar with them. But I'm so excited to have you, Joshua, on here. Another small business of someone that's passionate about our products. And it's growing like crazy. So welcome, Joshua.
Yeah, thanks, Shaylene. Appreciate you having me on the podcast.
Well, now you guys, on your LinkedIn profile, it says you guys are Sioux Falls, South Dakota, because that's what's closest to you, right? Correct. You're in Beaver Creek, Minnesota.
Yep, right across the border.
And I had never heard of Beaver Creek until then, and I just had no idea you were so close. I could just zip over there when I was in South Dakota. 4 or 5 hours and I'd be right there.
Swing on through. Yeah.
That's how Midwest is, right?
That's right. Yep. It's metropolis. It's 300 people. So It's pretty huge. My biggest accomplishment is single-handedly growing the population like 1.3% with 4 kids. So
because you're 4 kids. That's funny. So
my wife, both sore.
Did you grow up there or what? How did you come there?
I grew up in a small town, not far, out from there. And I went to school in Laverne, Minnesota, and moved to Beaver after college. And my wife and I have just stayed here since.
That's great. And how did you come to start up a company like this, Breek Arms? Tell us about the name and tell us how you decided, hey, I'm gonna start a company that's related to firearms.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, my story probably isn't as spectacular as some, but I mean, I went to college and I got a business degree and I worked at a couple different jobs. I worked as a ag lender, a lot of ag around here.
Oh yeah.
But I've had a huge passion for firearms. I grew up shooting with my dad and my brother. And so I just really, I really wanted to get into the industry, I guess. I didn't, and I started really slow. I just found some products to sell wholesale through my website and kind of just took off from there. And really, once we kind of got our first idea and machined, that's really when things started taking off. So
that's great. Yeah. So
I'm not a huge academia nut. I don't think I probably could have tried harder in school, but all I really learned was that I just wanted to do what I wanted to do, I suppose. So.
Now you are qualified to be a business owner.
That's right.
I think any business owner listening right now is probably laughing because everybody I know that I've worked for or met in the industry that is a small business or a founder, an owner, they all say, well, because it just takes that. It just takes that gumption, to really hammer it out and get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure has. I mean, we came at a good time. Like, I think, I started this 7 years ago. And 5 years ago, the industry is booming. So it created a lot of opportunities. And so we secured pretty key contracts. So, got out there and secured some big contracts, which really is how we launched and we're able to hire the team that we have now to do what we can do. So you'd think from we are. I mean, pretty much doubled in the last 3 years, every single year in a row. So team's got about 11 people on it. And it's funny because you'd think from a small town, and some of our workers are remote, but in a small town, like you'd think your pool of people would be, it is a lot less, but you get people a good vision. I think they can do a lot of good. So we found a lot of good people here in this town.
You're probably one of the biggest employers in the area now.
We in this town, we are pretty close. I think we might be. We're close to number
great.
one.
I love that, though. That's a great American story. I mean, that's what America's made of our businesses like yours and mine and the people that I get to meet and talk with. It's the gumption of good American farmers. You're right there in the middle of them.
Yep. That's right.
Let's talk about your products so people know what, if you go to breekarms.com, if you're listening to this or you're, watching the video, we'll put the link below. But tell us about what people are going to find when they go to your website and what tools that they can buy from you.
Sure. So we are known mostly for our flagship item called the Warhammer charging handle. That's really was our first product we launched as Breek Arms. And then we recently launched another charging handle called the Sledgehammer, which is more of a gas busting, like suppressed for suppressed shooters. I mean, it can be used for standard ARs as well that are unsuppressed, but those are kind of the two products that run most of our business. And I think it's been about 5 years now, and we're moving them quite a few. So we just started working on a product called the Breek Clock we launched last year. We're going to be relaunching it again at SHOT Show. So what it is, it's a quick attach suppressor mount.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's it is the lightest one on the market and one of the quicker attaching ones and detaching.
Yeah.
And we've kind of solved a couple of the issues that the market has with, they call it carbon lock is a big one. So if you shoot so many rounds, the thing just kind of solidifies to your muzzle device.
Yeah.
So we've kind of defeated that problem. And then just the weight and the simplicity of machining. And that's really our biggest thing, is trying to keep things as simple as possible and affordable and machinable. So,
well, if you're making suppressors right now, you might as well be pretty right?
Right.
So,
yeah.
Well, I
we
know
don't make
you
we don't
need
make
this,
suppressors yet.
right? But but the people like me who have purchased suppressors, we need that product that you have, and that's pretty special. So there should be a lot of those needed.
Yep. Yeah, we expect people who got all the direct thread stuff in their mailbox. I guess you don't get suppressors in the mailbox, but earlier at the bell, that they're going to need a quick attach.
That's right.
So we'll be there for those people.
That's right. This is a very important thing, and I know there's not just me that has picked up extra suppressors. So hopefully there's even more soon. So who knows what's going to happen with our legalities. But boy, I that hearing protection, there's no reason we couldn't all be using that.
Yeah, it does help. I think it just gives shooters a better experience, especially first-time shooters. I mean, you don't have, my wife, for example, she's way more comfortable picking up the exact same rifle and shooting it with a suppressor than she is unsuppressed. And I think it's just it's going to blow up the industry as a whole when people see that, or when people experience or have a lot better experience when they're shooting for the first time. And it really is addicting. So,
yeah. And that is an important part that you're selling that I wasn't even aware of until I did a little more research. And what else can people purchase on Breek Arms?
So those are kind of our two main items. We do have a line of handguards. So we do a wedge style lockup handguard, it's one of the lighter weight ones out there on the market. It's an affordable option for guys and we do a lot of custom OEM work for companies. So that's kind of our main business.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's not necessarily end consumer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, we do custom muzzle devices, custom handguards, and we have started getting into custom charging handles as well. So
that's really good to know. And a lot of our audience is our industry and executives that are running other companies. So it's really good to know you guys do that. I really don't think I realized that. That's great. Yeah.
We have a branch called Breek Manufacturing. It's not really marketed. It's just kind of a separate branch from Breek Arms, but we do have a lot of contract engineering with companies. So our big thing is and I think what really sets us apart is kind of the relationship building that we have and the trust we build with people. So, we kind of do the, what's the old, what's the old adage where you say over promise, over deliver. I know that's wrong, and I intentionally said
under promise and over deliver.
Not at Breek. We over promise and we over deliver.
And you over deliver. Okay, I like that. Well, that's the good Midwestern values. You just meet good people, and that's great to know about the OEM manufacturing, the custom manufacturing, because it's tough to find the right partners. And it sounds like you're a good company. People can reach out to you, and they're going to get one of two or three of you. I mean, it's not like there's 700 they have to sift through.
Right. Yeah.
They're going to get right to you. That's great.
Correct. Yeah, we have a few engineers on the team, and so we want to give or help them develop and refine their idea, and give some fresh solutions or advice or expertise to help support their project. So we really are just in it to help. Well, obviously make money, but help. So.
You said you're going to SHOT Show now. Do you guys have a booth there? Or are you at the supplier showcase, or where do you guys just have an area?
So this year we decided to go to the range day. The new range day is now at Prairie Fire.
Oh, okay, great.
So Monday we'll have a booth there.
Oh, range day, so great. Oh, that's such a great event. But bring your coat and a hat. It's always cold.
Yeah, the desert, but yeah. Yeah. So we'll be working with 5150 rifles, and they've got a 40-foot bay, so we'll be in their bay. We'll also have a booth underneath the tent to kind of showcase our product. But if you want to shoot it, obviously you can go to the shooting lane and shoot her. So we're excited to do that.
That's great. So media can get you there, and they can get all kinds of original content, and they can check out the product firsthand.
Yeah, we're excited to do it. I think previous years we went to the show, and have had a ton of success. Last year we didn't attend as an exhibitor, but we just attended to kind of touch base with a lot of customers. But this year we're going to try something a little different. I know 5150, they've been pretty pivotal in that step. So
great. And then on Monday, after you guys are done with the range day, you'll be around SHOT Show, that if someone wanted to meet with you, they could reach out ahead of time and make an appointment. You guys will be around.
Correct. Yep. Okay. You can reach. I mean, obviously there's a contact page on our website, and you can email us at sales@Breek Arms, and Evan will triage you to the correct person. So good. Absolutely. We're open to
this will be
yes.
Good. This will be going live in the end of November. So, SHOT Show is like just a blink away. It takes no time at all for it to be SHOT Show. Once we hit November, it's like a blur.
Yep. Yeah. If we don't have our product ready now, it won't be ready. So
that's right. Now let's talk about your company and the culture a little bit. It sounds like a small group, a nice group. Obviously, you guys are putting customers first and looking for solutions. And when someone is interested in your company and maybe, might want to come to work there, I know you've gotten some help recently with marketing, and that'll probably continue to grow. Are there any positions you think you're going to be looking for in the near future, or how does that work at your place?
Yep. So we have our team is about 11 people, which is the biggest we've ever been. And with the economy, people, I guess with the regime change, people are probably a little less scared now. So I mean, we're always open to seeing if somebody is interested in working with us, and seeing if their talent can kind of fit a niche that we aren't fulfilling. But I mean, that the culture
always growing.
Right. Yep. Yeah. So we're hoping to get a little bit more efficient and really utilize our team to the fullest extent that we can. But that's just I think, to answer your first question, the culture here, I suppose so a big thing for this, for at least for me, is people. So I think it's like Walt Disney or somebody. Walt Disney, I don't think we should give him credit for it, but he said people first, perfection second. So for us, it's important to really put time in not only our employees, but customers, put them first.
You put them ahead of yourself, and that's what it takes. And when you're you're working with a small team. It takes everybody. I mean, that's great. That's really great. I know whenever I've reached out to you guys, our interactions, it's been immediate, just really great communication all the way around. So honestly, it does start with that.
Yeah. Starts with people, and then we get stuff done. So we've got a really dynamic team. I think it's really helped us capture a lot of business. Yeah.
Now, do you guys on your product, I know you have a website and consumers can purchase things from you directly, right?
They can. Yep.
Okay. And then do you guys also sell to distributors and wholesalers and sell to dealers?
We do have a program for dealers. We have a program for dealers, wholesalers, online retailers. We do encourage people to go to we encourage the dealers to go to the distributors, and we encourage the end consumer to go to the online retailers. We really want to support our partners in that endeavor.
So your dealers, if you're an FFL and you're interested in their products, then they can just fill out the form on your website and someone will reach out to them.
Correct. Yep.
And the same with distribution, if you're in purchasing or anything else, of course, all those people will be at SHOT Show. But you guys were also at NASGW? I don't remember.
Yes, we were.
That's the show for wholesalers. So you were great.
Yeah. Is that where we met? I can't remember. Was it the NASGW last year?
Well, I don't know where we met. I can't remember where we met, if we met, but I know we talked before NASGW.
Okay, that might have been.
And we were going to meet at NASGW, and I ended up not being able to go at the last minute. So I think that's on me. That's why you thought that.
Well.
So, yeah, but I mean, the thing is, the wholesalers and the distributors, that's a great show for that because you can actually have a conversation and meet with them there and talk with them.
Yeah, it is my favorite show for sure. Yeah. I guess I don't drink as much Red Bull as I used to. So I think calm, collective, not 20 anymore. So
that's because now NASGW is a break for you from your 4 children.
That's don't tell my wife. It's work. Okay. She thinks it's work. So
it is work. It is work. But when you have 4 young children, anything is a break once in a while.
That's true. That is 100% fact. Yes.
Well, what's on the horizon for Breek Arms? Where do you as the owner want to see it go? And what are you guys hoping to do? What are some of the goals that you can share with us?
So I think on a product level, we're going to continue to push to kind of suppressor ready accessories. We aren't making suppressors and we won't make suppressors. I think there's a lot of room. And this is where we fit best is figuring out how to make the platforms work with suppressors that aren't intentionally designed to do that.
Yeah.
So, we've got a few products in the works. It's a lot of time and money spent in R&D to get those things kind of off the ground and then not even mentioning marketing dollars on it all. But so we're really going to focus on the Breek Clock this next year and the Sledgehammer. And I think those will be 2 pretty successful products for us.
Yeah.
And kind of launch as time allows and capital allows it. So we'll continue to support our customers that we have contracts with on their design ideas. And we're excited. We love doing it. We're excited to do it. So I think from a product level, that's where we'll be for the support for, I would really like, and we do Breek Arms is a big driver for the community and in our church. So we want to continue to help people. That's my biggest goal for the company. I know 5150 there. I just got to give them a little plug. Okay.
Any plug.
They're very inspirational.
That's great.
I'm going to get Keith on here too.
Good.
But that's how he started out. He actually started out by, he would make himself, he would build rifles for victims or just to thank veterans. And over the last 10 years, he says $250,000 is what he's raised for 12 charities and just certain people who've had, like there was a shooting in Texas and 5 of the police officers died. So he got tens of thousands of dollars, given to those families. And so he's been pretty inspirational in the process. So yeah, I think there's a ton of good we can do. I think that's kind of what, at least my idea of what business should be is really to help people and even just internally help our employees.
Well, you're setting the bar for them, for one thing. I mean, you're setting an example and helping people realize they can keep growing and keep furthering their careers and their personal lives. That's really exciting, Joshua, because not everyone thinks of that. And it sounds like I definitely need to meet this Keith guy, because I don't know him and I don't know 5150, but I definitely need to know them. And it sounds like so does everybody else. What a great human.
Well, and the thing is, like, they're crushing it too. I mean, they've developed such great IP. Their rifles are great. They have, and the business is exploding. And I think it's just a testament to, I mean, when you do good for people, like you get good. And so yeah, it's cool.
That's just industry. That's not everyone, but most people. This is why we love this industry, because they wrap their arms around you as a business, even your competitors. Yep. And then they go a step further and they say, what can I do for your family? Can I write a letter of recommendation for your child for college? We're having a sponsorship. A scholarship. Would you like your kids to participate? I mean, that's this industry. It really is like that. People just are surprised when they hear me say that, but you know it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. They're amazing.
It's true. Yeah. In the last 5 years, the trade, we're going to the same trade shows. We see the same people, and it's hilarious, the relationships that you build. Yeah. And I say hilarious because they're fun. They're fun people. They're just like you and me. Yeah. And they all have families, and they just got pure hearts. It's kind of cool.
And they want to do good business, and they want to do the right thing, and they want to have a good time doing it, and they want to support really family values.
That's right.
It really is it. It's a great place to be. Well, I'm just honored that you would do this with me. And I cannot thank you enough for being on the podcast. I think people need to know about these businesses. They need to know about Breek Arms. So breekarms.com, and you should check out their products. And if you're at SHOT Show, you need to call Joshua and you need to hook up and say, hey, how can we partner for custom manufacturing? Because this company is going to go places and you want to be on this train. So thank you, Joshua, so much for being on the podcast.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me, Shaylene.
And that'll be it for this podcast with HeadHunters Northwest. Thank you for listening. Can't wait to talk to you again next time.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the HeadHunters Northwest Podcast. Specialized recruiting, specialized approach. You can reach out at HeadHuntersNW.com or call 605-600-1709. Join us again next week as we look behind the curtain into the global defense, small arms, and shooting sectors. HeadHunters Northwest, finding you the best heads for business.